Welcome back. Today we're going to be talking about Rebirth. It is time. Let's talk about why this movie has me all excited. Has all of us excited. I can't believe this movie is coming up so soon. And I've been waiting for this for a long time. I wasn't the huge fan of Dominion. As you all know, I've been expressing myself about this. It's a homage made to the past. But Rebirth is a whole new opportunity to get the franchise going once more. The movie's gonna break records, and of all of the upcoming movies, this is the one that's going to be taking all the IMAX tickets and all the nice cash. The first Jurassic Park movie came out in 1993. And now we have kids, 2025, who are obsessed with dinosaurs. So it's like having a bunch of generations into Jurassic, and it's going to do a lot for us, a lot of fan service that we wanted. If you're like me and you grew up with the movies and the books, this movie might be everything you've been waiting for. This is not like another entry to like the Jurassic franchise. This seems like to be darker, deeper, pays respect to the OG, to the real story that we want to hear, that we want to see. Let's start with something that the fans have been asking since 1993, and it's the river raft scene. I mean, the Universal ride is called like the River Adventures for a reason. Think about it. A lot of people have no idea. Like, why is this ride called River Raft? And it's Jurassic Park. And it's because it's based on the books. In the book, Dr. Grant, X, and Tim go down in a raft down the river and they get chased by a T-Rex. And this is like super intense. And this T-Rex is literally following them throughout the whole time and trying to snatch them out of the water in so many occasions. And they just like keep like, making it through. And then as the T-Rex is getting closer and it's about to go like, they fall down the edge of the waterfall. The whole scene is like very suspenseful and chaotic, and it keeps you on your toes. And that's one of my favorite parts about this whole book was the river raft scene. And we know from the trailer, and we know it's confirmed that we're gonna get the full immersive experience. I'm gonna be screaming in the theater, and please, I might watch it for DX just to get splashed with some water because it's part of it. Are you excited about this part? As I am. Let's talk about eggs, because if you read The Lost World, that's a key focus of this movie, collecting eggs. Basically, they have to collect DNA from 3 of the largest dinosaurs there are, develop like a life-saving drug. So a significant plot is trying to collect DNA from these eggs. It reminds me a lot of The Lost World. It brings a great moral question. Should we intervene with these creatures and like just because we can? We see characters trying to pull an egg from a nest. I immediately had a flashback to the part where we get the same thing, but we're surrounded by very upset parents. The T-Rex, remember this? I don't know if you remember this, but you don't ever go to a nest. It's like complex feelings of ownership, and they're trying to be nice about it because it's like this island is so deserted for some reason. It also reminds me of Site B, which is the Lost World book. Abandoned first facility where they were doing these experiments that went wrong, things that didn't work out at the park. And this is exactly what we're getting in Rebirth. Thank you. Lost World movie, the actual Lost World, had nothing to do with the book. It's almost like they just called it that and they had the book be written for no reason. But now we're actually getting the actual book. I love the original trilogy. I love Jurassic World, but sometimes we're being held back a little bit, Lost touch. We just like see dinosaurs and people, I don't know how to explain it, but basically they were just used to it. We were shown like a shadow of a dinosaur versus the real thing. An art rating that can just lean into horror elements. Now let's talk about the director, Gareth Edwards. He has a track record of building slow burning tension and grounding sci-fi like in reality. He directed one of my favorite movies. Actually, it's my favorite Star Wars movie. I don't care what you say. Rogue One. Masterpiece. And Godzilla. The cinematic scale, and he's gonna do crazy stuff with it. I am very excited to see where he's gonna take this film. So that's one of the things that has me like, what? Now let's talk about the mutant dinos. A lot of people have been complaining like, what is this? What is that? Okay, you have to think about this. This is a facility, Type B in the books, where things went wrong. We see in the trailer a 2-headed velociraptor in formaldehyde. We see a crazy looking T-Rex that's obviously deformed and mutated, and everything looks like it out of his misery. And he made it that way. The director explained in one of the interviews that he wanted to make it uncomfortable. So he wanted to make people feel like, what the heck is that? It's called Distortus Rex. I felt uneasy about it. You know what? It reminds me of something. The original Jurassic Park book, and I go back to this, John Hammond had a little tiny elephant, very miniature looking elephant, which was in pain most of the time. And it was like a warning sign, like even though things are cute, it's not meant to work out. But John Hammond used it in all his meetings to present it to investors to say, this is what we can create. He was a liar. He was horrible. Hammond is a horrible person. We're going to see that. We're going to see this in this film. What a crappy person he was. Animal torture is going to be key in this whole thing. It makes you feel uneasy. The D-Rex reminds me of that elephant. Trying to make a T-Rex, it didn't work out. And you have it there suffering and deformed, and reminded you that you can't just play around with things and play God. Something that shouldn't exist and now it does. Eerie and tragic, and it adds this horror. It's the perfect introduction to a beast. This whole thing just feel like somebody sat down and was like, let's reread the books and let's bring out the things that we're missing and let's put it together into this R-rated, super cool movie. It's not the whole thing about dinosaurs escaping again, about control, ambition, making you feel bad, making you feel like everything. It's chaos. Chaos Theory by Ian Malcolm. There you go. It's like when things go wrong. I have a theory that these animals were left there and they had to learn how to work together. This is my theory. I'm putting it out there because if it is true, then I'm pretty cool. I think from the trailer that we got, we have obviously the T-Rex as camouflage, but in the scene we see a Dilophosaurus kind of just like scaring the little girl away. And to me, that's teamwork. Smaller size predators helping the larger ones. So the reason why I say this is because in another scene, we see the Spinosauruses teaming up with the Mosasaurus. That's so crazy. 3 Spinos teaming up with the Mosasaurus. And that is why I say what I say. I say what I say. I think that they're teaming up, the big ones and the little ones, to be able to pray. Do you think this theory is right? This is one of them. Kind of opens up the idea like dinosaurs, they were the big ones just like by themselves. And now they're just teaming up, collaborative, and it's so weird. Was it a genetically implemented thing, or did they develop it in the island because they were just left there, so they have to team up to get food? So many questions. We're getting the river scene, we're getting the eggs, we're getting homage to the books. Maybe, just maybe, the most faithful adaptation to Crichton's vision. In the comments, what are you most excited to see? Is there a specific book scene that you wanted to make it? I would love to see the T-Rex take its tongue out and drag it, but that's just me. That's gonna be cool to see if that happens. So smash the like button like a velociraptor smashing through a door. Subscribe if you're into nerdy breakdowns, just chatting. I'm very positive in this channel. I only talk about things that I am excited about, and a safe space for us to just have discussions very, very respectfully. So yeah, life finds a way.